What up, Dokkaners? This video is all about a Golden Week theory. Golden Week is about a week and a half away, and while a lot of us are clamoring for Daima to be the theme of the upcoming celebration, it's not set in stone, and there is a theory out there that actually has some merit that suggests that Golden Week may not be Daima, but instead Saiyan Saga. So let's dive in and discuss what this means, why this is. Golden Week last year started April 25th. Given that PyCon, oh, I have to update this. PyCon released April 17th. I don't know if we're going to be getting Golden Week 1 week afterwards. I think it's still going to be at least a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. So things are going to still be a little bit slow, but things should ramp up very soon. We also had the V-Jump scans. V-Jump scans that dropped didn't have anything to do with anything else. It was just like showing the PyCons. But anyway, this has to do with the free-to-play LR characters. I say free-to-play LRs and not Prime Battle LRs because there's one character in this list that is not a Prime Battle unit. Speaking of Prime Battles, it's actually kind of crazy. The last time we had a Prime Battle unit release, it was May of 2023, and that was Dr. Wheelo. Dr. Wheelo released on JP May 31st, 2023. When did he release on Global? Because this was before the Road to Full Synchro, October 2023. I mean, either way, it's been a year and a half to almost 2 years since we've had a Prime Battle LR. Now, I know a lot of people don't care about the Prime Battle units because they're generally pretty annoying to farm out, but still, this kind of speaks to a bigger thing that I guess I'll talk about in a different video. It feels like they're kind of reducing the free-to-play units that we get from some of the older ways, but anyway, that's besides the point. So Dr. Wheelo was the most recent one. Before that, it was Tien. Before that, I believe it was Babidi Moo. I could be wrong. I'm kind of just listing off a bunch of them here. Then we had the Gohan from Saiyan Saga. We had Krillin. We had Cell. We had Vegeta. And then I think we also had, the only ones that I'd be missing would be the Super Saiyan Goku and the Frieza. So I think that covers all the Prime Battles, but if it doesn't, whatever, you get the idea. So this has to do with these characters. These units all got their EZAs. Well, with the exception of Dr. Wheelo and Tien, every other Prime Battle unit and free-to-play LR like B-Pan, they have all received EZAs, and subsequently they received a campaign, a special campaign for their awakenings. So the Golden Week theory has to do with these characters and their campaigns. The theory is as follows. Whatever Golden Week theme was that year, close to it, there was a free-to-play unit campaign that correlated. So if we go back, well, we'll start from last year, because last year's Golden Week celebration was the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Fat Boo. So around that time, it was April 25th that this whole thing started, right? Around that time, the Babidi Moo LR EZA happened May 8th, 2024. This is the JP. I'm looking at all of them on JP, but still, it's Golden Week, so it should be around the same. May 8th, 2024. So about a week and a half after the Golden Week celebration started for the Majin Buu saga. If we go back to 2023, actually along the way, this Kid Gohan existed just sort of in its own, November 2023. But then if we go back to Golden Week of 2023, during the May month, we had the World Tournament. This was, I mean, it's technically Dragon Ball Saga, but whatever. This is where the pattern sort of breaks, but we'll still mention it. And this is also when the Krillin received the EZA, the Prime Battle EZA, as well as the whole like special character campaign. Then if we go back on the way to year 2022, we had a EZA celebration for the Cell. 2022 was the Android Cell Saga celebration. This was April 2022. This guy's EZA was March. That has not, it's not even close to it. But if we go back even further, April 28th, 2022 is when the Prime Battle Vegeta received his special campaign. He is obviously Android Cell Saga. And then one more year before that, that's where we go back to this guy. This is not a Prime Battle unit, but this is a special free-to-play LR. The B-Pan had that special character campaign around May of 2021. Coincidentally, May 2021 was around the time that the Golden Week GT Super Saiyan characters released. So, in summation, there is a correlation, minus the Krillin, between the Golden Week celebration and some free-to-play LR special campaign that happens around it. So because of this, GT, Android Cell Saga, this one, whatever. I mean, I don't know. You could even say Turtle School, I suppose. Majin Buu Saga, Majin Buu Saga. That is why the next year could potentially be Saiyan Saga. The one of only 2 Prime Battle units that are left. Tien. This guy is a Saiyan Saga unit. This is why this could potentially be the theme of the Golden Week celebration. Is it a guarantee? No. But based on this, 3 out of 4, what is it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 3 out of 4 have all kind of fit this theory. There's a good chance that it could be this based on that fact. Now, looking at the Saiyan Saga category, I'd actually be down for this because, as I've always been saying, I just want categories that exist to get better. Android Cell Saga received some upgrades. Planet Namek Saga received some upgrades. Majin Buu Saga had a massive, substantial upgrade during the anniversary. So Majin Buu Saga is definitely a top tier category at this point. But these other categories have received smaller upgrades to the point where they have potential, but they're not quite there yet. So any additional pieces that they get would definitely be a good thing for the categories. And that would also mean more options for players, more variety. So I think that this would ultimately be good for Dokkan. There is a nice free-to-play starter team that exists in this category. But as far as leads, there simply isn't a good one. The only leads that you could run would be the Gohan Piccolo or the Raditz at 200%, and that too, it's very subpar. So getting a nice 220% leader skill for these units would be great. Not to mention, there are already some nice strides that we've been given with this category, with the Grade 8 Power Vegeta, still one of the best units in the game. And actually, dare I say, he is worth picking up with yellow coins if you don't have that yellow coin LR from the Baba Shop with the PyCon release. This guy's worth picking up. I'm just gonna throw that out there because he really is. He's really, really, really good. But with a 220% leader skill, that would instantly make a lot of these characters a lot more effective. But then also, with 2 more Dokkan festivals to release to further the Saiyan Saga category, most likely a good guy and a bad guy, that would just add more depth overall. I personally don't enjoy running good guys and bad guys together on Saiyan Saga. I kind of like the synergy that you get with bringing all like the Z fighters and then all the bad guys. They just miss a lot of links by being on the good guys team. So if we get an extreme class, I mean, is there enough to run a solid team? Let's see. So you would have, I mean, so if this guy got an EZA, then that would, I mean, maybe this guy could also get an EZA during the celebration. So I'm just going to assume that. So Raditz, Vegeta Nappa, STR Nappa. You got Vegeta Nappa 5. Yeah, I mean, you could, depending on whatever that final piece is. Yeah, that we might barely make the cut with a passable extreme class Saiyan Saga team. But I would still be open for it because every category deserves some love. This category has received some upgrades here and there, but just not enough. So I think I'd be okay with it. It would still be a bummer, but if we don't get Daima for Golden Week, then that just means, like, I feel like that just guarantees worldwide has to be Daima. It just has to. Don't forget, the 10-year anniversary celebration is ongoing. It doesn't stop until the year is over. I mean, we saw this, right? Just with the whole, like, 10th anniversary reward tickets that we all thought was April Fools that released right here. They're doing that because, yeah, it's not the 10th anniversary celebration, literally speaking, but this whole year is still a celebration of 10 years of Dokkan. Going back to the EX part, it's really not a 10-year anniversary celebration, but they marketed it as 10-year anniversary. So that sort of brought some eyes to it, right? So they could easily do the same thing. I would not be surprised if they did that here. Maybe they make this some sort of a 10-year anniversary, like, extra extension. Maybe they do that down here after Worldwide Celebration, another 10th anniversary extension, just to make these Snooze Fest celebrations a little bit more interesting. They didn't do it for Cell and PyCon. Oh, I gotta change this. I forgot. But I mean, they could totally do it. So it's all up in the air still. There's nothing that's confirmed. I just wanted to throw this theory out there for you guys to digest and think about. Big shout out to Misaka on Twitter for suggesting the idea. Actually, Misaka on Twitter did this last year as well. April 13th, 2024, Misaka said, this year's Golden Week is often related to Summit characters campaigns. I think CP is character promotion. So I think it'll be related to Buu Arc or the original series. Actually, this is a good question. What is the relation between Krillin and the 23rd Budokai, or am I reading this wrong? You are right, 2023 is not relevant. If I had to guess, it would be because Krillin competed in the Tenkaichi martial arts tournament. I mean, it's always when you speculate, you're reaching. But then like when something happens, you connect the dots and you rationalize it. So while this logically doesn't connect in the same one-to-one fashion that these do, there is still some sort of a connective tissue. So, you know, in that same light, I'm completely I'm exaggerating here. But like if Golden Week was Jiren versus Goku, what does Tien have to do with it? Tien was in the Tournament of Power, or Tien is bald just like Jiren. Like you could always, you know, after the fact, come up with some sort of a rationalization to connect something. So while this does seem obscure, maybe it's not that obscure. That's all I'm trying to say. So Golden Week, I mean, it could be anything at this point. So let me know your ideas. If this makes more sense to you than Daima. The reason why we all think Daima is just because why not? I don't think there's any other like substantial reason for suggesting it is going to be Daima other than I mean, don't forget, I did talk about this a little bit in other videos. They did extend the deadline for some of these like free-to-play stuff. The Majin Buu Saga story events and then just other events in general are now ending May 6th. The Extreme Z area for Majin Buu Saga and Movie Edition also ending May 6th. So some people are taking that as a reason to suggest that Majin Buu Saga transitions into Daima, therefore Daima is confirmed with this. It's not confirmed, but it could be. What else did they extend here? They extended burst mode, I think, or maybe burst mode was already set to go that far. And then also some super strikes down here. Super strike, I mean, this has nothing to do with Saiyan Saga or Daima, so I don't know what this could mean. So yeah, I mean, anything is still possible, but hopefully you guys understood the theory behind Saiyan Saga. I'd be cool with it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the Saiyan Saga theory. Would you be more in favor of a Saiyan Saga celebration as opposed to a Dragon Ball Daima? If so, what would your proposed Dual Dokkan Festival be? It's got to be, I mean, I'm going to just say it has to be Super Class, Extreme Class. So who would your Super Class be? I'm going to say Krillin. No, it's got to be Goku in there, right? Goku has to be in there. So it would have to be a Goku. And then the Extreme Class, I don't know if I'd want it to be a Vegeta. Nah, you know what? I don't want it to be Vegeta. Make it Raditz. Let's get a 220% Raditz, and then also we can get a Raditz EZA for the physical one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.